Let me go to live chat on there. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here on the Trucker John live stream. This is Thursday, December 14th. And I thought I'd go ahead and hop in here real quick. Still coughing. Oh, man. I think I only cough when I go live because I really haven't coughed that much. And then all of a sudden now I'm coughing. So maybe it's just psychosomatic. Is that the word? I go live and then I start coughing. It must be a cry for attention, maybe. Um, no, I'm just kidding. But anyhow, welcome everybody to this edition. I was going to come on this morning, but I overslept, to tell the truth. I don't know. I was really sleepy. I've been battling whatever this freaking cold, flu, whatever it is, for how many weeks has it been since Thanksgiving? Is this 3 weeks now? Um, and hey, Aaron West, thanks for being here. I'm just talking about my illness. Uh, so anyhow, I was laying around. I didn't go to work last night again. I didn't drive. I haven't really been driving that much. I just didn't feel like it. And I remember this morning I woke up about 7:30 in the morning, and I thought, okay, yeah, I'll get up and I'll try to do like a 9 o'clock live stream a.m. And then I think I just fell back asleep, and the next thing I knew, it was almost like 9:30 something, and then I think I went back to sleep again, and it was like 10:40 something or whatever. So I just like, well, I'll go live later on, and so now here later on is here. So Erin says she has a kidney infection. Oh boy, that does not sound fun at all. I hope that that's getting taken care of. Maybe with lots of antibiotics or something. I don't know, but I hope get a speedy recovery on that. Um, so anyhow, but I feel a lot better, but I still get this stupid cough, and it's usually I haven't been coughing that much, but now maybe it's just because I'm sitting in this position. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is, but so you're gonna hear me cough. It's gonna make it sound worse than it is. I do feel a lot better, um, but it's just weird how something just lingers for weeks and weeks and weeks. Um, I don't like that. I don't like it. It makes me angry. No, I'm just kidding. So let's see. So what's going on today? Today's December 14th. I have Nicole Sandler on my TV there. Earlier, she was talking about this is the anniversary date of Sandy Hook. Very, very horrible day in our history. Uh, I don't know if we're ever going to ever do anything about guns in this country, especially when you have one side that says the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Let's arm the teachers. Let's arm the janitors. Let's just arm everybody, and everybody can just shoot it out. And then there's the other side that basically says, "Hey, we need some gun safety, basic, universal background checks. We need an assault weapons ban. We need to limit, like magazine capacities, things like that." Now, there might be some extremist, let's say, we want to get rid of all guns. No one should have a gun. No one has a weapon. There might be a few of those out there. I'm sure there are. But for the most part, God dang it. If I keep coughing, I'm going to have to shut this thing off. But for the most part, the people on the left, Democrats, liberals, whatever, are just saying, hey, we need to have some just basic common sense, gun safety laws, and but it seems like the right, as soon as you say that, and it's like, oh, you're going to take away our guns, and I have a Second Amendment right to a gun, and and it just breaks down into this big shouting match. So as long as we're just going to keep doing that, I guess nothing will ever be done, and we're just going to have to keep, uh, there's going to be another Sandy Hook and a Uvalde, which was the two most horrible things I can in my lifetime is Sandy Hook and Uvalde. And Uvalde was so frustrating because all those cops were just standing there with their dicks in their hands, um, while every little pop that they heard, that was another kid getting his head blown off. Um, God, that was disgusting. But you know, I guess this is what happens when a big chunk of people just listen to right wing propaganda, and they elect people not only like Trump, but they elect assholes like you know Dan, what Patrick, like Texas, and you get DeSantis in Florida, and you get Congress people like just the MAGA Republicans in the House, and you get all the weirdos in the Senate like Ted Cruz and those like that. I guess that's what happens, people. That's what happens when people elect those kind of assholes. We're just gonna always be kind of not getting anything done. That's meaningful. Uh, so I don't know. I would hope that people would start waking up and stop voting for these goddamn Republicans, because that really is the issue and the problem. So that way to start the show on a happy note. I was just thinking of what's going on today, December 14th, and that was the anniversary of that, and so it's a really horrible anniversary, right? Um, what's that's hanging down? That's weird. It's like oh, that's this. Okay, I see. It looked like something was hanging off the cord, but that's just the chair. So that's weird. Anyhow, so thanks for being here. Now we got 4 in here and 4 thumbs ups, so that's good. Thanks for everybody giving me a thumbs up. Um, I'm just trying to fight the urge to cough, because I know it's not fun to just watch someone coughing and listening to someone coughing all the time. But hopefully I'm not buffering. It looks like, well, I guess for some reason my screen there froze up. But it looks like we're on. Gee, this is the 14th. Well, we're only 11 days from Christmas. I haven't done any Christmas shopping. I don't know what to get. Basically, all I shop for are my 2 kids. I get something for my ex, because we usually all are together, and it would be rude not to get her a present. And then I guess my daughter-in-law, and that's really all I buy for. Um, so that's only what 5 people, 5 people. But I don't know what to get them. I don't know what to get them. A lot of times I get them just cash or something, or some sort of present, just to give them something to open, and then maybe like a cash or a gift card with a bunch of cash on it. Because I don't know what to get these guys. It's really hard. Um, but I'll go out and do some Christmas shopping here pretty quick, I guess. I just haven't felt like doing anything. I've been just laying around. Hey, there's kimchi. Hey, so we got Meg's really TV. Hello, sir. To all there. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you came back. I saw you last week. Thanks for coming back. Make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. There's Kimchi. Says 8 days from Yule, but not freaking about the sun returning. Just shining my little lights. Alrighty. Sounds fun. We've got some hellos and hellos and hellos. Oh, man. I'm sorry about the coughing. Kimchi says hugs to Aaron. Hope you feel better. 200 years ago would have killed you. What the fuck is... I swear to God, I have hardly been coughing all day. I thought the cough was pretty much gone. Now all of a sudden I can't stop coughing. I don't get it. Everyone's saying hello, and Aaron is laughing at what Kim said. Um, oof. Why am I coughing now? I swear, I have not. I've barely coughed, maybe twice since I got up this morning. And now I'm just like a coughing machine. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. That's what happens too when I'm like in the car. Like that's why I really haven't driven in a few nights. I just didn't feel like driving. And then I get in the car, and then all of a sudden I have this urge to cough, and I'm like, why am I coughing? I wasn't coughing all day, you know. So I don't get it. I don't get what's going on with my body and the coughing and all that shit. Kimchi says, feel better, take the antibiotics. Yeah, those antibiotics, they will work wonders. Kimchi said, who did not hit the like? Aaron knows where you live and work. We went down, we got 6 watching. Oh, there's only, I guess, 2 people that haven't hit the like button. Come on now, let's hit that like button. Everybody. Let's not, or you can hit thumbs down, whatever. Just do whatever you want. But let's get that algorithm going. Let's bounce that algorithm. So anyhow, that's, like I said, I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet. I don't know what to get them. Oh, God dang it, man. I'm so sorry about all this coughing. If I knew I was going to sit here and cough this much, I don't think I would have went live. I have not coughed. Maybe I need to stand up. Maybe that's the key. Because I've been kind of like standing up and, well, because I was cooking. I cooked myself breakfast. I was standing up, but then I sat down to eat. I didn't really cough when I was eating. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. I do not get it. It's really pissing me off. It's awful that it's pissing me off so much. So what are you guys doing? You got for the holidays now? Not everyone celebrates Christmas. I know that. So what we got? Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and God knows what else, and Christmas, of course. So anyhow, happy holidays to everybody. And the big day is almost here, and then we'll have New Year's Eve, and that's a big one. And then we'll be into 2024, and on we go. The campaign will be starting in earnestness. Not too long after New Year's, probably. I mean, they're already, we've already been subjected to all these stupid Republican primary debates, or not primary, but just debates, and all that horse shit. And so before you know it, we'll be right in the full swing of the campaign, and boy, all I gotta say is just vote. And I'm recommending you vote blue. That's my recommendation. Everyone's always asked me for recommendations, so I'm recommending that you vote blue. All right. If you want to know my recommendation, you vote blue, and by blue I mean Democratic Party. It's just a shorthand, right? People like I've had back in the days when I used to talk to my sister, and she used to talk to me. She would say like, you're so tribal," or it's like you're such a team, like it's a team or something or whatever. Because I would say like vote blue no matter who or whatever. And I was just like, hey, look, it's just a little snappy little rhyme thing that just means, to vote for Democrats. And it's about getting the numbers, the majorities in the House and the Senate, and having the White House. That's what it means. That's what it's about, because that's really important, as we can see how having now the Republicans have a 1-seat majority, and they still fuck things up, and they still block everything, and we see how having such a narrow majority in the Senate, how 2 assholes like Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin can just fuck things up. So that's why it's important to get really good majorities and have like veto or have numbers big enough to overcome, a couple of assholes like that. So that's why I say vote blue no matter who, because we need the numbers, we need the majorities. It's not like, some tribal thing or whatever she said. And I'm a lifelong time Democrat, and I believe in the Democratic Party, and I believe basically in the platforms that it's had over the years have aligned very closely to my ideologies, my political ideology, my political stances, and where the Republican Party has been not even close. And now since Trump, they don't even have a platform. So it's all about MAGA. So I mean, you want to talk about tribes, being tribal? Just look at MAGA. Kimchi says, I hate to stereotype, but men do tend to wait until the last minute. I have been so busy decorating and organizing this year that I forgot to buy gifts. Oh well, stockings. Well, it's not too late. You got 11 days. Hey, I've done some of my biggest Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. I mean, that's way back in the day. I used to do that shit all the time when I was in my 20s, and I would just go Christmas Eve and just go buy a bunch of shit, wrap it up, and I was done. That's before I had kids and stuff. Jolie says, I'm done. Just need to exchange a couple of things that were wrong on an online order. Everything else is wrapped and under the tree. I'm proud of myself. I usually, I guess, wait till the last. I'm usually a last minute Christmaser. Yeah, I know. I need to get on it. And let's see. Let me make sure this is set to all messages. And then Kimchi says, it's okay, John. Even though it is our first Christmas together, you don't need to get me anything. Your amazing presence is my present. Kiss ass. Laughing out loud. I do love you, brother. Well, thank you so much, Kimchi. Thank you for being here. Love you too, and happy holidays to you. Kimchi says, good job, Jolie. Kimchi said, everyone is getting a stocking stuffed, be whatever is in my gift closet gussied up, or see cookies. Hey, I think that's great because, like I sort of touched on, I guess, on Tuesday about or sometime previous, about Christmas and how Christmas does two things. Well, it does more than two things, but there's two things that happen a lot of times. Is people get depressed and people get full of anxiety. And the depression usually comes from, let's say, maybe they don't have any family or friends, and they feel lonely. And this is supposed to be a time where you're with family and friends and all that kind of stuff. And it might cause that kind of depression if you are alone. And then the other thing is anxiety is about Christmas presents and like what you should get and is it good enough? And then people have the anxiety about that they spend so much money, and they have that regret about if they overspend, and then they think, I didn't spend enough. The gift isn't good enough, and blah blah blah. And I think we all need to just take a step back and just remember the old adage, just like it's the thought that counts, and it doesn't have to be some thing that costs thousands of dollars or even multiple hundreds of dollars. If you're just buying $20 gifts or $30 gifts and it's a nice little gift and it's something that the person's probably going to enjoy, then that's all that matters. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. And which is, with my kids and our kids, me and Max, we did go kind of really big and extravagant, especially when they were, from toddlers to probably like almost like junior high age or whatever. The Christmases were pretty big and extravagant, and then after a while we're like, okay, look, they're getting older. We don't need to keep, what are we going to get them? And we don't need to keep getting all these like really big gifts and stuff. But then we feel bad because it's like, it's like this change in direction. That's why I would just give them a bunch of cash, And they were like, and they loved the cash too. I was like, here's $500 or whatever. But so but hey, don't. I think people need to just not overspend and not go into debt, so much debt. Because I've heard statistics where like people takes them like half the year to pay off the stuff they bought for Christmas or something. And that's kind of ridiculous. So don't do that, people. Just if you want to get a gift, it could be anything. Like Kim was saying, it could be if you're really good baking cookies, bake a bunch of cookies. I mean that's a great gift. If you have good cookies, if they're not good cookies, then maybe not. But it doesn't have to be like I say like a huge thing. Kim, she says, I adore my daughter. She said, let's do Christmas on New Year's for the sales. I will play your capitalist reindeer games and win. That's funny. Julie says, I can't take full credit though. I conned one of my daughters to wrap all her sister's gifts by buying lots of sparkly ribbon and bows for her to use. She loves wrapping if she has fancy stuff. Well, there you go. Kim, she says, love now, Julie. I call that smart parenting. My daughter is a freaking amazing artist, but can't wrap a gift. I think she might be faking it. I can rap okay. I mean, I know there's some people that are really super good. They're like professional. I think my rapping's pretty good usually. Uh-oh. I guess Nicole's over with, and then now it's playing a movie on YouTube. It automatically goes to a movie. Let's see what's coming on. I think it might be Armageddon or something. Let's see. It's Universal. What movie is coming on YouTube now? I'm just waiting to see. What is it? I thought I saw maybe Armageddon. Universal Pictures presents. Da, 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 da. Boy, the suspense is killing me. Is it The Birds? Alfred Hitchcock? It is! Oh my God! Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds is coming on right now. I should just leave it on. But I'm not. Wow. Of all the movies to come up, Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I remember watching it as a kid on TV. They used to. There was no streaming services then or whatever, and this is before VHS. This is all that kind of shit. So movies would play in the movie theater, and they would go to TV kind of relatively quickly. And I remember watching The Birds on TV, and it seemed really scary or whatever. But I wonder if I watched it now, if I would really, think it was that scary. I wonder. Oh man, stupid cough. I hate my cough. I do. I really, really do. I really, really do. Alrighty, maybe because I'm slouching in my chair. Maybe I need to sit up. I don't know. Let's try if I sit up instead of slouching. I'm kind of slouched down. Let's see. Maybe this will help. I'm kind of sitting more with better posture. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I do not know. Let's see here. West Webb says, hey, I'm here but distracted. West Webb, thanks for being here. I was wondering if you were here. Did you give me a thumbs up? Why are you distracted? What are you doing? What's going on, man? What's going on? Are you raking leaves in the yard? Are you watching the people that you hired to rake leaves? There's always something with your yard, is what I'm trying to get at. You're always doing something with that yard. Either that or you're making a pot roast or something. Uh, Kimchi says, be right back checking laundry. Yeah, you got to make sure that it's still there. Jolie says, Kimchi, I just came home with all the ribbon and bows and she offered to do it. Fell right into my trap. WW says, yes, working on Christmas cards. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. I used to do that every year. I would I would get Christmas cards and send them out to family. And I probably should get back into that. But it seems like since I was on the road so much, I just stopped doing it. But all the way up until, I don't know, the early 2000s, maybe, or 2010 or something, I pretty much every single year I had probably, I would say maybe this little group of maybe like 30 different family members and friends, close friends and stuff. I actually had friends. Um, and then I would send Christmas cards out every year, and then they would send me cards, and so I used to keep. I think I said probably they're in a box, I'm sure, in storage. Bundles of the all the Christmas cards that we would get, and that went on like at least maybe not so much in my 20s, but pretty much all in my 30s and into my early 40s, I guess, or mid 40s, and then. I just got so much on the road, where I was just a lot of times I wasn't even home for Christmas, or where I barely got home on time. Oh man, I know I sound like a mess. I have not I've not been coughing all goddamn day until I got on this fucking live stream. So I'm sorry about this coughing. But anyway, I used to do that. I used to do that every year, and like for the last probably 10 or 15 years. Oh, probably 15 years, closer than 10. I got away from doing it. I haven't been doing it, and I feel bad. I should probably do it. I should start doing that. Maybe I'll do that this year. I'll start up. Of course, I don't know anyone's addresses anymore, or at least so. Maybe I'll just send them to my kids. I didn't even send them to my kids. I should start sending to my kids, At least, right? I should at least send a Christmas card to my kids. But yeah, I just got out of that. And it used to be like a tradition that I did. Like I said, probably for about 15 years or something. And then I got out of it, and then I haven't been doing it. And so I think I'm gonna at least mail one to my kids this year. I'm a horrible person. Apparently, I don't know. And we used to take like a family photo. That's the thing, especially when we had kids. When we started having kids, it kind of changes everything, right? And then we started doing every year like the family photo, and we would send a picture of us, the kids and everything. And that was kind of the thing, was you kind of touch bases with everybody, and you let them know how your kids are growing or whatever. So I should probably take a picture of myself, like that's my family photo, and send that to my kids. It'd be funny. WW says it's dark here. Okay. I was unpacking groceries. Now I am trying to find old Christmas card. I'm only sending them to folks who sent them to me first. Well, see, that's kind of what I would do. Like, I would always keep. That's why I always kept I kept all the years, but I had the previous year's, bundle of cards that people had sent from the previous year, and then that would be my mailing list, basically. So if you sent me one the previous year, then I would send you. You'd be on my list for like the current year. Pretty much that was it, right? I mean, like sometimes someone would get added, right? Like added to the list or whatever. But yeah, I would just do that, and it was pretty much the same group of 20 or 30 people every year. It might not have been 30, but might have been closer to 20. I don't know, but whatever it was. WW says sending a couple of gift cards to my sister and my friend who helps me around the house. Okay, that's a good idea. It's a nice thing to do. Gift cards are easy peasy and convenient. Kim, she says, Jolie, you evil genius, you. WW says, my parents and I both had tons of unused Christmas cards. Yeah, I would usually buy, I remember a lot of times at even like Costco or Sam's Club or whatever, and you would get sort of like, they were sort of like these long kind of Christmas cards. And they were made so that you could put, because a lot of times we had for our family photo, it was kind of a long kind of picture, and it would fit just perfectly, or it was made, I think it might have been made to like actually hold the picture. And so a lot of times we had that kind of thing going. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I should do that. I should go get some Christmas cards, at least send a couple, to my kids, and that's probably it. That's the extent of my list. I don't know. I'm not gonna send out to a bunch of other people that I don't even keep in contact with. WW says there weren't these weren't so easy. Walmart wouldn't let me purchase online, or rather, my banks wouldn't because there is too much fraud. That's weird. I've had the thing with my card where sometimes it's like a suspicious activity type of thing, but then all you gotta do is call them, or they send you a text and they go, "Do you recognize this?" And then you say yes, and then they'll say, "Okay, your card is now, reactivated or whatever." It takes like 2 seconds. So Jolie says, "I've never done Christmas cards. I send one card out every year to my best friend of 50 years. He's a Christmas fanatic and always sends me one, so I send one to him every year." Yeah. WW says, I've gotten 7 cards so far. Same people send them every year. Kim, she say, lots of people getting scammed by buying gift cards. Glad to see they are aware of it. What gift cards though are they buying? I mean, like if you buy one that has like a Visa or MasterCard logo on it, then that should be legitimate. WW says, I've. Oh, okay, he's correcting because I'm gotten. I think I auto corrected it when I was reading it. I think my mind auto corrected that. My mind sometimes does that. We will just auto correct shit. But yeah, I think I'm gonna send out a couple. I'll start it off. This will be if I send out any cards this year, this will be the first year I think I bet you in close to 15 years since I've mailed out. Maybe 12 years, 13 years. I don't know. It's been so long I don't even remember last time I sent out a Christmas card. Kimchi says, no, people are buying gift cards and giving them numbers thinking they are getting more money. Not sure exactly how it works. I don't know either. WW says, Chase and Discover both turned down Walmart. Chase covered my gift card for my other sister right away. Hey, there's AJ, ×1. Hey, Trucker John, how you doing? Pretty good. How you doing, AJ? Glad to see you here. We're just talking like holiday stuff. And Jolie and Kimchi are saying hi to AJ X1. WW is joined in on that. Yeah, we're just talking about the holidays coming up, doing shopping and wrapping and decorating and sending out Christmas cards, all that kind of stuff. Or holiday cards. And I guess I should do. I haven't done any of that. I haven't done nothing. But today's the 14th. I still got time. But if I'm going to send out cards, I should do that probably within the next, day or two, and to give the people a chance to mail back. I'm only going to send one to my daughter and my son. That's all I'm going to do. So I don't know if they'll send me anything back or not. They probably won't because they're just lazy procrastinators, like their dad and their mom too. Not lazy, but I won't call everyone lazy, but we're all procrastinators for sure. Um, but so yeah, I got to do that. You notice I think I'm not coughing as much now that I'm sitting up straight like a big boy. I'm not slouching. Maybe that maybe that did have something to do with it. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Extremely weird. Um, so AJ, what are you doing? Are you doing anything for the holidays? Do you celebrate any holidays? I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing, so I don't want to assume anything. WW says I'm a hunchback, but you're not from Notre Dame, apparently. Hunchback of Illinois. Although Notre Dame is in Illinois, right? Notre Dame, college or university. Not, but the Hunchback was in Notre Dame over there in what was it, Italy or something, wherever the hell Notre Dame is. Didn't it burn down a few years ago? It was very sad. It's a very sad day. Notre Dame broke down or burned down. AJ says, "Is everyone here a trucker?" Nope, just me, and I'm barely a trucker. I mean, I still have my CDL, but I haven't driven in almost a year. I don't know about. Let's see. I don't know about Mad Meg. No, who was it? What's Meg's name? I don't know if they're still here or not. Meg. I don't know about Meg's Really TV. Don't know what that person does for a living or occupation. But everybody else, I could say with some amount of confidence, is not. But truckers are welcome. Truckers are always welcome. Sometimes I get some truckers in here. AJ, you're a trucker, right? We were talking trucking stuff last time, I think. Yeah, you were a company driver, I believe, right? But we get truckers in here from time to time, and we'll talk some trucking stuff, But everyone's welcome, truckers and non-truckers alike. WW says arthritis is in my neck. That must hurt because we're always turning our necks and doing things about that. And if you have arthritis in your neck, that must be a bitch. W says they are rebuilding very quickly. I guess Notre Dame. WSW, I drive a Mariner. It is on a truck frame. Yeah, but that still wouldn't even count. You got to have to be considered a trucker. There's got to be a certain gross vehicle weight. There's got to be some air brakes involved. There's got to be a certain amount of wheels, maybe more than 4, before I would say you're a trucker. Sorry, W. Sorry to burst your little bubble there, but I don't think driving a Mariner is going to make you a trucker, even if it's on a truck frame. AJ says, "Why did you stop for a year?" And yes, I'm a company driver over the road. Oh, well, I just stopped as I think I talked about this before when you were on, maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe you weren't. I just had been driving for quite a while, almost 20 years. And my truck that I owned, free and clear, I bought it and paid for it. But it was getting old, and it didn't pass the inspection that was in, I think, February, or maybe the end of January. It might have been January, where I had an inspection. It didn't pass. They found rear main seal was leaking, and then I took it in the shop, and they found a whole bunch more leaks, and it was just going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So I didn't want to spend any more money on it. I parked the truck, and I thought I would go ahead and try Uber. And I've been driving Uber ever since. And I found it to be very relaxing, and I didn't really realize, I think, how much stress maybe I was carrying maybe, I don't know, but I just felt a big relief, a big weight had been lifted off my shoulders after doing it for 20 years or close to 20 years. And I've really enjoyed this year of just driving for Uber and taking it easy. I sold the truck. I ended up selling the truck. I just didn't want to put any more money into it. It was going to take a lot of money, and I didn't want to do it. And so I still have my CDL. It's still good for I think over 3 more years before it expires, and I keep my medical certification up to date. So I'm still good to go. I could still drive if I wanted to. I know I get all kinds of you get those offers to with signing bonuses and there's all these different offers and things, and some of them are pretty tempting, very tempting. But I just if I still have any type of kind of doubt or apprehension, then yeah, not doubt, but if I have any apprehension about going back on the road, then I know that I'm not going to want to do it. It's not going to, you know, I just don't want to do it. I guess I'm just burned out on it, and that's just it. That's just it. But but like if you're kind of new to it, um, I would just suggest that you find that there are lots of different trucking jobs. Of course, there's over the road, then there's local, and then there's specialized. There's all kinds of things, and I would suggest you try to find an area that really that you really like. Well, now I don't know how many experience you have. If you just started, then you're gonna. I think you should get probably 2 or 3 just solid years being on the road. Be a road dog. Be a road warrior. Get your miles in. Get that experience in, and after 3 years or so of just really getting all that valuable experience, then if you want to do something else in trucking, instead of just being over the road, if you want to try to get a dedicated route or specialize in hauling heavy equipment, you know or a good local run where you're home every night or home every weekend or whatever it is, uh, what you'll know in 3 years what you want to do, and it should or get a good, maybe, like, there are some good union jobs, like with some of the supermarkets, or um, that pay well, and you're home pretty much every night. If that's an issue with you, whatever it is, but whatever it is you like, get that experience in, and but then find something that isn't gonna, like, wear you down, like, mentally, because every job you do is going to be physical to some extent, and truck driving isn't. We know that truck driving isn't that physical. I mean, you're pretty much sitting on your ass all day. Now there are some drivers that they unload their own trucks, or they do stuff like that. That's fine, but for the most part, I mean, you're driving, especially if you're over the road, you're driving 10 hours a day or 11, whatever it is. um, so that isn't really physically demanding, but it is physically demanding in just, like, staying awake, right, or staying alert, and and there is but that's more of like a mental aspect of just where you're just on, you're looking, you're aware, of your surroundings, and it really does take a lot of energy, and so make sure you get your rest, your 10-hour break. Make sure you get a lot of good rest, and just go from there. But whatever you do, just I don't know, just don't let it be like a stressful, like, daily strain. I mean, if it gets to that point, maybe you need to look for something else. I don't know. I guess I'm just projecting, and I'm talking about my own thing, but I hope you get a lot of good experience, and then really try to find a job that's kind of specific to what you want to do. W says, nobody likes me talking about truckers forced to drive in poor conditions. Um, really? I've never heard you talk about that before. I don't think. W says, could you drive a bus? I would have to get a class. Um, I guess it would be a CDL B or something like that. It's a different designation, a little bit slightly different designation, and I would have to test for that. I think it would be easy. I think I would, pass it. But I believe I would have to at least take a written test. I'm not sure if I'd have to do a road test in a bus. I might have to. I've never done it. I did think about doing it because they're always saying, hiring, uh, school bus drivers. And I was thinking about doing that when my kids were in school. And my kids are always saying, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? So I'd be home more. But I just never did do it. I don't know. Maybe I should have, but because I probably would have been home more and with my kids. But it would take like I said, I'd have to test for it and get that designation. WW says, would you make a good bus driver? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Why wouldn't I? I think. I don't know. W says, my dad drove a bus and he was a preacher. Now, when you say bus driver, the first thing I went to was a school bus. But yeah, there are like city buses too, right? And I don't know if I would like that actually, but like a city bus. Um, just because I've had lots of bad experiences just as a rider on the city buses. I mean, I've had altercations with other people on the bus. I had a run in with the bus driver who wouldn't stop, and then when he did stop, I he just stopped to take a lunch break, and I was trying to get to work, and I was like still like miles and miles away from my job and all that kind of shit. Most of the this is like in LA, like RTD in LA, in the Valley and stuff. They're dirty, they're smelly. The people are crammed in like sardines. It's just I never liked being a rider in one of those goddamn things, let alone a driver. So a city bus, I don't think I would like. A school bus might be all right. But W said, I said you would. Oh, you would make. Now my autocorrect messed me up on that. That's my dyslexia. I think I kind of turned around a word there. So you would make a good bus driver. I don't know if I would or not, but I mean, just for like a city bus, I don't think I would like that. AJ says, or a bus driver for theme parks. They probably make good money. I don't know. A bus driver for theme parks? You mean like those little trams and stuff? Tour bus. Like a tour bus? Yeah, a tour bus. Yeah, I guess I'd be okay as a tour bus driver because that's different. Yeah. Hey, Stephanie B2. She says, hello, everybody. Hello, Stephanie B2. Thanks for being here. Thanks for jumping in. W says, when I go on tour, I want you driving the bus. Oh, well, okay. When are you going on tour? I didn't know you were going on tour. 72 says, tour bus gets tips. Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Jolie says, hey, 72. Now, I'm assuming Hal's coming on at 4, so guys, let me know. Somewhere around 4, we'll go off. We'll go off on this. We'll shut this off. WW says, probably in my next life. Oh, well, I guess hopefully we'll meet up in our next lives, I guess. Oh. But yeah, tour bus, maybe even like a Greyhound, maybe something like that might be all right. But I don't want to do that. I like driving for Uber, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, as long as Uber stays in existence. And I'm 63 now, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be driving and doing stuff like that. I'm really thinking about retiring, either moving to Thailand or Mexico, or Well, those are kind of the two I've been thinking about. Thailand, because it's so cheap. It is so cheap. I mean, you could live very, very well just on your Social Security, and you can go and you can still collect your Social Security, and you can live very well just on your Social Security in Thailand. I haven't really checked out Mexico as far. I know that they're very, the ratio of U.S. dollars to pesos and stuff like that. I haven't gotten figures on that, but I was thinking about Mexico because it's closer, and my kids, it'd be easier for me to come see my kids, the kids to come see me, whatever. If I just lived down in Mexico, it'd be a short. If it's someplace like I don't know, Puerto Vallarta, or I don't know. I'm not sure where all the sort of expat communities are. Oh, Costa Rica. That was the third one. Yes, Costa Rica. That was my three choices: Costa Rica, Mexico, or Thailand. And Thailand, and the reason I'm saying about Thailand is because I want to go to Thailand and get some new teeth. And they have very good. I've been reading reviews about their dental facilities and dentists or whatever are very good. They're very well trained and they get really good reviews or whatever. And they're very cheap. It's very, very cheap. But anyhow, so I've been thinking about doing that. But I don't think I want to do it now. But maybe later, I don't know. But then you just never know. Like, who knows? Like 5 years from now, I might be a total, you know, mess. I don't know, physically and mentally and whatever. So who knows? You just don't know. Um, WW said, I just realized that I am supposed to be West today. Oh, yeah, you got all these multiple personalities. So yeah, get it straight, Wes. WW says same in Mexico and Costa Rica. Was same as far as the costs and stuff. Are they pretty comparable? But yeah, I've heard that those are the three kind of, I guess, most popular places that Americans go to retire because of the of how high the dollar is. It's basically almost like 35 to 1 in Thailand. I haven't really checked out Mexico or Costa Rica yet, but those are the three that keep coming up: Costa Rica, Mexico, and Thailand. But Thailand's so far away. I mean, it's like, God, it's like I don't know, 15-hour flight or something. Whereas Costa Rica and Mexico, if you find whatever place in Mexico it is, I guess there's a few places there. Um, it'd be a few hours, I guess, flight. Uh, and it's almost like the same time zone. Like Costa Rica, I think is probably like Central Time Zone or something. And then some of the Mexican ones are in Pacific Time Zone. So I'd be in the same time zone, and it would be a relatively short flight to come home. But I feel like Thailand seems like the other side of the world, and it's like, I mean, you can get one-way tickets, but you would need a two-way ticket. But like a two-way flight is anywhere. I was just looking at it the other day. It was anywhere from the cheapest ones were like 1,200 and something, and then it went up from there. And most of them were probably 1,500 bucks. I'm not sure I didn't check tickets from Costa Rica or any of the places in Mexico, but I'm sure it's a lot cheaper because it's a lot closer, right? So, but that's the thing to think about. If you don't have any money, you've really saved up, not very much, and you're just really depending on that Social Security check, you could make that check go a long, 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 long way in those three places that I just mentioned. And I've heard Costa Rica is beautiful. Let's see here. W says lots of Americans around Cozumel and Ucumel. I need to learn Spanish if I'm going to go down there. Playa del Carmen, beautiful beaches. That would be nice. That sounds nice. Doesn't that sound nice? So I might do that. Wes says, "Did it work?" Oh, there's Wes. Well, yeah. If your Wes persona is showing up, if that's what you're asking about, then I guess yeah. Wes says 3 people haven't hit thumbs up. Wes is on it. He's on the thumbs up patrol. So everybody hit that thumbs up. 10 watching and 7 thumbs ups. So be sure and hit that for me. I'd appreciate it. Just consider it an early Christmas present by giving me a thumbs up. That's all I'm asking for. Thumbs up and watch hours. We need to get the watch hours up. I know you've been hearing about that a lot from Liberal Dan. He's trying to get his watch hours up. He's getting pretty close, I think, to his 3,000. I'm still like, it seems like mine never goes up. I keep checking it, and it seems like it's the same every day. And I know that can't be right because I know people at least watch, a little bit. I'm still like 700 hours away, I think. So make sure, I think I've got hundreds of videos and shorts on there to watch. Go ahead and watch one and get my watch hours up if you don't mind. That would be great. And like Dan says, just put the volume down low if you don't want to listen to it, but don't put it on mute. Apparently that will make it not count. But just get it like really low so you can do other stuff if you don't really want to, if you're not really watching it. But yeah, let's get those watch hours up. And then once I get that up to 3,000, then I don't know. I guess people can do like super stickers or something. I don't know. But I don't even know what this stuff's called, but it's kind of cool. It just gets you like where you can do more stuff on your live streams and stuff. So let's get those watch hours up. So let's watch all my videos. There's actually some kind of cool ones. If you look back, there's like from the trucking days, like AJ there. You might I might be interested in. I've got a lot of trucking videos when I was out on the road, doing live streams from the road, and I had some dash cam videos from the road. A lot of really, I think, interesting ones. So go back there, check them out. Let's get those watch hours up. And there's, like I said, there's like, I think hundreds to choose from. Okay, I am coughing a little bit, but I don't think as bad as I was earlier. Maybe, I got a couple more thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. I was thirsty, and I bought a case of water, and it's been sitting in the trunk of my car for like 2 days. I just haven't even I haven't even left this apartment since I went shopping. I went to Lolo's. Did you guys see that video? I went to Lolo's chicken and waffles. And then after that, I think I went shopping because I needed to get some stuff. And then I carried everything that I could carry, but I left a case of water in there. And also a little 12-pack of more of my favorite drink, Pepsi Wild Cherry. Those have been sitting in the trunk. I didn't feel like going back and getting it, and I haven't been out since. I've been in this stupid apartment, just laying here, because I haven't felt like going out. I've been kind of sick, I guess, and trying to get rid of this stupid cough. I hate it. I'm like Tarzan. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyhow, I need to go get the water. So I was thirsty, so I was drinking because I had some Pepsis in there. I'd rather have water right now, but I've been too lazy to go out and get the damn water out of the car. I need to do that. This is my neighbor. I can see my neighbor. Sometimes I stand out there, and there's a friend of hers. They stand out there and just talk and talk and talk. It's like right in front of my window. Oh yes, the apartment life. You get really close with your neighbors. So anyhow, yeah. Where was that? We were talking about tour buses, and we were talking about about retirement. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about at some point, maybe going to one of those three countries. Um, I need to look more into like to Mexico or Costa Rica, because that would probably be better because it's just closer to home, closer to I still consider California to be, that's my home state. That's why I lived the first 59 years of my life, and my kids are there, so I'd like to be closer to California. Like I said, Thailand just seems like it's like the other side of the world. Um, but it looks very beautiful. It's not just Bangkok. I think the first thing you think about when you think about Thailand is like Bangkok, and it's a huge city. I've been watching all these videos, so I know that Bangkok has like 12 million people. It's even more than LA, right? It's a huge city, but then there's the whole rest of the country, and they've got islands and everything, and it's very beautiful, very tropical, I guess, and there's lots of things to do, lots of hiking and boating, and you can live on an island. There's island life. Um, but it does get very hot. Apparently, their summers are very, very hot, very, very humid and sticky, and I know I wouldn't like that. Now, probably Costa Rica, not Costa Mesa. Costa Mesa is pretty nice. Uh, Costa Mesa is not that humid or sticky. Yeah, Costa Mesa is beautiful in California, but Costa Rica, I don't know. Maybe Costa Rica is really humid. I don't really like humidity, and maybe Mexico will be really humid too. It's more, you're closer to Central America, or it is Central America. Uh, so I guess those are things to think about too. Like that's why I should probably go. I should probably take a vacation uh, in all three of those. I should do a vacation in Thailand. Maybe I'll do like what they call a medical vacation or whatever, because maybe I'll get my dental work down there in Thailand. Maybe I'll take a trip to Costa Rica one time, and maybe I'll take a trip to one of the places in Mexico, and just see, try to get an idea of what the weather's like. I mean, if it's really sticky and hot and gross and humid all the time, like Houston or like Louisiana or Alabama, like Mobile, Alabama, or even like Florida. I hate those places especially in the late spring and through the summer. Those places are gross. I can't. Arkansas, even I don't like any of those places. Even places in Missouri and stuff. Uh, they're pretty gross with the humidity, and I have no desire to live in any of those places. So if Costa Rica or Mexico or even Thailand is like that, then I mean, if it's just a seasonal thing, maybe you could get away with it, like, if it's just a few months or something. But if it's like that, like almost all year round, then I don't think I could live there. I mean, I guess I would just be inside my apartment with my air conditioner on all the time. I don't know, but I hate humidity uh, when it's just like sticky, right, and makes you just sweat all the time. Like not even doing anything, just walking out of the house and like to your car, and you're already all hot and sticky and sweaty. I hate those type of regions. I'm from California, man. I'm a California dude. We have dry heat, and you can make all the jokes you want about dry heat, but I prefer that over sticky, humid heat any day of the week. So if those places are like that, I mean, again, they probably are. It just depends on how hot it gets. Like if it's cool, like if Costa Rica, it might have the humidity, but if the temperatures are relatively cool, then you don't really notice it. It's just like Hawaii. I was talking when Adam Westers was talking about Hawaii, and he said the humidity is like 80% or 90%. But when I was there in Hawaii, uh, the temperatures were so moderate that the humidity, you don't even feel the humidity because the temperatures are only like between 70 and 80 degrees. It seems like it didn't get lower than 70, and it really didn't get higher than 80. It was always in that 70 to 80 degrees, and sometimes there'd be a nice light breeze. And every day you'd get like about a 20-minute little rainfall, and it was beautiful and it was pleasant. And I didn't have any issues with that, the humidity there in Hawaii. So if Thailand is like Hawaii, or Costa Rica or these places in Mexico are like Hawaii, then I'm good. I'm golden. It's gold. I'm good. I'm good to go. But if it's like Houston or Mobile, Alabama, or the Ozarks, then no, I'll stay. I'll stay in Nevada, or California. Wes says no place like Hawaii. Too bad Hawaii doesn't have the like cost of living of Thailand. 70B2 says my aunt moved to Georgia because she's MAGA or MAGA. It's MAGA or MAGA. I don't know. You decide. And had to get out of communist California. Let her sweat. Bless her little heart. California, you know, I love California, born and raised there. There's bad things in California. People will say this and that, but there's bad things everywhere. Okay? And I think the good outweighs the bad in California. But you could find bad things anywhere, and as far as like crime or homelessness, uh, whatever it is they bitch about California about. But it's a beautiful state. It's 800 miles long, about 300 miles wide, and I mean you could go from the beach to the desert to the mountains all in one day. You can go skiing and surfing in the same day. I mean, you can't beat California. It's a beautiful state. Lots of things to do. Um, you know. So yeah, bless her little heart. Wes says there's always the language. Um, yeah, but get around that. Escaping high taxes. Um, what are the high taxes? I mean, the only difference is some states don't have state income tax. Um, but then they get that money in other expenses. They just don't call them taxes. 72 says Texas has higher taxes than California. Wow, well, there you go. What says you don't pay as high of property taxes, but all the newer nice houses are in HOA neighborhoods. You pay assessments to them. Well, that's not California's fault. That's the development's fault. I mean, they want to make homeowners associations in these developments. I don't know what that has to do with California. California didn't say you have to have a homeowners association. Um, you know, blame that on the developer. 72 says you can't run a state without taxes. Period. Wes says in Illinois, you don't pay state taxes on retirement income, which I think that's good. I don't think you should pay taxes on federally either on retirement income. But we can thank who do we thank for that? Ronald fucking Reagan. Thank you, Ronald fucking Reagan. And all you fucking Republicans that think Ronald Reagan is so fucking great, you can thank him for instituting a tax on your retirement income. It's like you've already paid taxes on your income, and now you're paying taxes on that. It's like you're double paying taxes. So fuck Ronald Reagan, fuck you Republicans, and stop voting for Republicans. God damn it. Wes says no, Georgia, the governments don't offer that many services. Um, okay. Somebody says we pay $250 a year for an HOA. That's not too bad. I mean, $250 a year, right? If you break that down, that's less than a cup of a cappuccino a day or whatever. How people always say that. Um, Wes says no state income tax, but you pay property taxes and sales taxes and fuel taxes. Yep. Yeah, you do. Now, see, in California, you used to be able to deduct your state income taxes off of your federal, right? And I believe it was good old fucking Trumpety Trump who took that write-off out. And I don't know if it's ever been reversed because I haven't been in California doing taxes in a while. And so I don't know but how they do it now. But yeah, it used to just be that would be that tax, your California state tax, income tax, would be deducted off of your federal income. So that would help, lower your taxes for your federal. Wes says that's cheap. Pool, meeting house. I don't know. I guess you have to ask Stephanie. But anywho, boom. 70 says pool with lifeguard and a swim team as well as meeting house. Wow, that sounds like you get a lot for your $250, huh? Which is good. Like at least you're getting something. So yeah, anyone who lives in a community that has an HOA, make sure that HOA board or whatever is doing their job and making sure that all the grounds are being taken care of, all the maintenance is being done, all that shit, and that the money isn't just going in someone's pocket or whatever. Got to keep an eye on those motherfuckers. Wes says, I think my sisters are over 100 a month. Wow. They must live in a real fancy one. Real fancy development. Does that include concierge service and valet parking or something? I don't know. It should probably. Yeah. Wes says they have to take care of their own yard even. Well, that's what they do. They HOA drives around, and if your yard's not to their specifications, they'll cite you or post a notice or something, and they'll say your yard is not up to our specifications. 72 says, Wes, our fees are extremely low, but the board had a secret meeting about my neighbor building a shed and let him build a 2-story shed against the rules that we signed. That's not right. That ain't right. Because that's favoritism, right? And then if you want to build one, are they going to deny you? And do you have to have a secret meeting where what are you doing? Handing out envelopes of cash or something? That really does make you wonder, right? 70 Badu says, damn, I missed the meeting. It was even 2 feet too large for the city specs, and he had to cut it off. Wow. Serves him right, though. He had to do that extra work. It serves him right. 70 Badu says he's a real asshole. I bet. I could just imagine. That's the first thing I thought was this guy must be an asshole. And there you go. He's an asshole. Wes says, oh man, 72 in Rockford, if you want to build a fence higher than regulation, you need to get permission from all you neighbors, including those across the street. Wow. I wonder what is the height restriction? Is it 6 feet? Is it 10 feet? Is it 5 feet? I know. I know. 72 says exactly, and this is visible from the street because it's 2 stories. They blew it. I guess I'll have to approach it next month. It's not going to stay if I have my way. Oh, make them tear that shit down. Yeah. Tear that motherfucking monstrosity down. 70 says 7 feet. Well, I mean, okay, so for yours, it's a 7 foot limit on, I guess, on the building, in the shed. And then Wes said if you want to build a fence higher than regulation. So I was wondering, what is the regulation, I guess, for the fence in Rockford? Wes says he thinks it's 6 feet. My neighbors are building 6 inches higher. Can't remember details. I just signed it. So they want a 7.5. I mean, they want a 6.5 foot fence, which I guess isn't asking too much. Because maybe you figure the average height of a dude is about 6 foot. Maybe they want the fence to be a little bit higher than the average height of a dude, so that people don't see their heads bobbing around if they're walking around the backyard. You know what I mean? It's like, let's make that a little bit higher so that people can't see me that I'm in the backyard. I want my privacy. God damn it. 70B2 says I approached this when he first says he started it, and the board knew we were mad. Chicken shits. Oh, they were chicken shits because they did it in private, I guess, apparently. Vote them out. You guys get to vote on your board members, I guess, right? Usually. Wes says, or maybe 7, they have a pool. Neighbors on one side or up a hill. Stephanie says, we have slated extension on our fence and got permission properly. That's the best way, so then you don't have to end up tearing it down. If someone says, "Hey, did you get permission?" Yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like when you have a pool, and your neighbors, especially if your neighbors all around you have like 2-story houses, and then they can look down into your yard. But what are you gonna do? About that? It is what it is. Wes says, no privacy. My uphill neighbors can see right over my fence. Well, so what? What are they going to see? I mean, I wonder, like, let's just say if you walked around naked, what are they going to do? Complain? Just go, hey, don't look in my fucking yard then. I'm in my yard. I can't help it if you guys are fucking, nosy assholes. 70B2 says, this is the guy who grew up in our house. Yuck. Oh, wow. So he grew up in your house and then he built a house or bought another house, right, in that same neighborhood, I guess. What says, young couple probably like to get naked. Adam and Eve. Well, you're probably wishing or hoping that you had the upper house and that they would get naked in their backyard. That's probably what you're wishing, I bet. 70B2 says his uncle owned the house next door and moved. We loved him. Hey, it's 4:03. Jolie says help support Truckers on live stream by or PayPal. Oh, I was thinking it was going to be buy me a coffee. Thanks for dropping that in there. It is 4:03. I guess we might have Hal coming up pretty soon. Should we do a Trucker John raid? Trucker John invasion? What are we calling it? Should we do over there if he's on? Let me see if he's on yet. It looks like he is. Looks like he's got his countdown thing on or whatever. Stream starting soonish. So it is 4:03. We only did 79 minutes and 15 seconds. Make sure you guys help me get my watch hours up. Go and watch some of my videos. There's hundreds and hundreds of them to choose from. You can just let it run in the background. Don't mute it. Oh, here he's on now. So let's go ahead and do a Trucker John raid, okay? Over there to Hal Sparks. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next Thursday, Thursday, and I might be doing some impromptus just to make sure that I can get my watch hours up and stuff. All right, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Guys, have a happy holiday. All right, bye-bye.